So my latest request is to design a Viking shield that has male and female lion for the mum and dad, 6 male lions, 1 female lion for the children, scales of justice, an open book, 3 significant sentences, all on the 32-inch shield. And twice I nearly mess it up. I always start off with a very rough concept sketch just to work out what's going where, and then pretty much I'll draw straight onto the shield. I tend not to use any computer graphics or printouts, no stencils, as I want it to feel more organic. Lion and lioness I tried to make heart shape. For the young males I drew the first one and then copied it with tracing paper just so I could try and even them all out. Let me know in the comments below if you think I achieved everything so far. Right, next stage, carving. Massive handy hint, I use a cake stand which helps me to rotate the shield, meaning I can work on different parts at different times. So the first bird I use is an extremely aggressive cut saw, and this is used for going over all the lines. Not too bothered about mistakes at this stage, I just want to get around, cover all the lines. I won't do text or detailed work at the moment, I'm just trying to get the main outline shapes done. Once I'm happy, I go over and adjust any mistakes and thicken and deepen the lines. This bit probably takes the longest out of all the stages, as I'm doing quite a bit of stock removal here. Sand it out on about 120-140 grit. This smooths off the carving and also allows me to add details such as the book and in between the sword blades. Finer burr next. This is to help shape, refine it and add detail. Final part of the carving is to undercut. This makes all the carvings just pop out a lot more and gives much more definition. Very thin sort of burr, and you can really get under things like the sword and add pages to the book. Carving is done. Time to make a hole for the boss. I've made a little jig. I'll probably do a video on some of these contraptions at some point. And we're carved. Next we will add highlights, stain it and finish off, and then add the handle and boss. So this is the first time that I nearly ruin it. The paint goes on way too thick and it looks absolutely hideous. As I remove the bulk of the paint like I normally do, I also start to remove some of the highlights and definition I'd added, which meant I had to go back over again and reapply that work. Once done, nice deep stain over the top of everything, pile it on and really darken it up. Let that dry and then come back at it with the sander again. So 180 to 240, nice and slow going over the actual carving itself. And what you can see here is I'm not just removing the stain, but I'm also cutting through the stain in some parts and giving some definition. So I'm getting the white and the dark. I think this really helps to make the carvings pop and works extremely well. Then to bring it to life, add a bit of depth and colour. I use a mineral oil and you can see the change in the wood as this goes on. Just really warms it up and helps to bring out all the highlights and the carving. Beautiful. Next steps will be adding the handle and boss and finishing it off. If you haven't done already and you've got to this stage, please give this video a like, as it will really help me out and means that I can do more projects in the future. So I wanted a handle with character, so I grabbed one of my old tools from under the bench that's ready for upgrade and ripped off the handle. There was already a split down the centre which gave me the idea for turning one half into a handle. and this is where I nearly ruined the whole project again. So sander down, get her looking like a handle. Next handy hint, grab some cheap nails, give them 3 to 4 edges on a sander, and this makes them look like they're hand forged. As I was adding the handles and the boss, I got a bit zealous on one of them and split the handle. Luckily I had 2 halves, so just redid it, and here she is. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if there's anything you'd have done differently. If you want to see how I put the planks together in order to make the shield in the first place, then click on the link in the top left.